Come join us on another adventure as we continue our journey throughout Spain. We take Fergus off-roading through the desert, explore some abandoned cave site homes, and we do some van life duties. As always, Fergus gives us a little trouble, which needs to be taken care of quickly. Will this be the end of our old home on the wheels?
So let's go to our first destination, which is like an hour away.
After being in the Pyrenees for like 2 weeks, I got a cold, so I don't feel great right now, and being in a tiny van doesn't really help, where you can't just lie in bed, you have to make the bed and move stuff around. Being sick in a tiny van is not very convenient.
So we have made it to our first destination of today. So Google Maps said it'll take like an hour and 20 something minutes. It took us, what, 2 hours?
Yep.
2 hours of non-stop driving. These old Volkswagens are very slow.
So we are leaving the desert now, and now it's time to do some van life duties. So we are going to go to the nearest town, do our shopping, do the laundry, get water, empty water, have a shower. So we're literally going to do everything that is not the nice side of van life, but it needs to be done.
So we stopped off here at this camper van area where you can empty the toilets, but right behind us we have found these little caves. So we are going to go up and explore these caves.
They're like caves, but people used to live here, and they are absolutely crazy. So in this area, in all these houses here in the caves, there were actually 50 families living here, and I'm not too sure why, but in the 1960s, I did trivia. In the 1960s, they were forced to abandon these houses, take all of their belongings with them, and they were rehoused somewhere in the town.
Because there was houses built, and the houses were given on a draw basis.
I know, but what if they wanted to stay here? They were forced to leave.
Yeah. So we're going into the last house of all the wee houses that you can visit, and this one is cool.
Oh, hi.
Hola.
Can we go in?
Did you sign in?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Like, these rooms are so small. I'm no giant, but you only have 3 or 4 inches above your head in certain places.
So just outside of these caves, we found this place to empty our toilet. So before going to Tudela to do all our shopping, laundry and all that, we are going to empty a toilet here.
Not the most glamorous part of van life, but it has to be done. Supermarket time. So now it's time to go and do some laundry. Annie's getting the pillowcases, and we have our clothes ready to go.
So that's the washing done, the shopping done over there. Next up is the shower. Okay, so we have arrived at the petrol station, and I've packed up all my stuff, and now it's time to have a shower. So these are the showers. You have this little common area with sinks, and then here we have shower 1, just mine. Okay. So I have a little area here to get changed, and then this here is the shower. I brought flip-flops with me because there's no way I'm slipping on that. It's not too bad. It's not the best shower I've been in, but it's not the worst. Definitely not the worst. I don't know how you work this. Oh! That was very much needed. I think so much better. Gracias. Ooh, and it's dark already. I hate this about winter van life.
So we've made it to our park up tonight. You see Fergus is there behind us. It's this little car park. We were actually here earlier on today where the caves are up there. We parked up here for tonight. So we're going to wrap up our next YouTube video and hopefully get that uploaded this weekend. So for now, time to turn this van into night mode, head to bed, and we'll catch you in the morning.
So we have just left the caves in 𝗪𝗙𝗪𝗪 and we're making our way to 𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗪𝗪. But Shane is finding the brake pedal very soft. So we are in the hunt for the roof.
Jesus.
Well, here's the metro station. It's too windy. There. Oh my god, we're about to take off.
So we got our brake fluid. It was the last one on the shelf. It was actually behind the counter. Volkswagen weren't really thinking when they designed this. It's such an awkward spot. Now the pedal is rock solid. So we have come to the town of 𝗪𝗪𝗢𝗢 and we're going to go and check out the castle that it has. I currently have my bag on the back with the laptop in it, uploading this week's video. So make sure you have already checked that out by the time this video goes live. So our day hasn't really gone according to plan. We were making our way from Pamplona to France, and then I decided we'd pull over, check for coolant, oil, everything, just to make sure we were good for the journey. Opened up the coolant and it was full of oil. So that is a sign that either the head gasket is gone or going, or that the oil cooler is leaking oil into the coolant. So we've had to change our plans. Next day we have made it all the way from Pamplona up north to Bilbao, where we are staying now till we get the van sorted. So last night when we arrived here, it should have took us 3 hours. It actually took us like 6 because we were driving slow with Fergus and stopping every half an hour or whatever just to check the oil. We got here last night and I took some bits apart and I bypassed the oil cooler. So now I've taken it for a spin, let it warm up and see is there any more oil in the coolant. So if there's no oil, that means that the oil cooler is the issue, and fingers crossed that it is, because that is an easy fix. Just one bolt and we can slide that on. If it's not the oil cooler, then it's more likely going to be the head gasket. I'm going to check for that there now. But the weather has taken a turn for the worse. We have no place to walk in the van. Outside it is absolutely lashing rain. So now I'm in this industrial estate trying to get some cover, and I'm going to open up the engine and see what it's like. Whew, I got absolutely soaked. My jumper and my shorts are soaking. So opened the coolant, no oil, which is a good thing, and then I revved the engine and everything, and there's no like bubbles coming up through it. It's just vibrating, and no gulps of air. So that looks like it's not the head gasket. So let's go and order an oil cooler. That should be here in a couple of days, and then we can get that swapped out, and fingers crossed that is the issue. So if I want to change the oil cooler, I'm going to have to buy a 27 spanner. So I've given this hardware store and I'm going to look for a 27 spanner. Hopefully that's all I need. Got my spanner. It is still lashing rain. Now it's time to order the oil cooler.
So right now we're ordering the parts to fix the van, and hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. I think that if I order in the next 36 minutes, it'll leave today, so I better hurry.
So we are now going to do the oil change. I don't have anything to protect the oil, so I'm using this old jug of oil. I'm going to cut a hole in it and I'm going to let the oil drop into it. So we are hoping that this guy here is the issue. So what I've done here is I bypassed this with this socket. So that means that there's no coolant running through that, and it is still like some oil in it, but nowhere near as much as what it was the first day when we found it. Here it is. so there's some oil in the coolant, so we're going to drain the coolant tank, and for that we got this old fish pump for cleaning out fish tanks.
So we've got this jug of water to put the oil in it, so I'm gonna drink it.
That's Andy, she doesn't want to waste anything.
So I'll show you today's garage. It's this supermarket full of cars. And we're just in this corner. So this is Shane's garage today. Nothing like the one in Ireland, but it'll have to do the job.
Now the oil filter is ready to come out. So oil filter is off now, we have to change the oil cooler. I need my brand new 27 spanner.
Wow. So what's gone then?
It seems to be stamped 86. So that could be 40 years old.
Oh my god.
Rubbing some oil on the O-ring of the filter, the van.
Is it hard to put it on?
No.
I feel like a real mechanic with these names.
Okay, so there is the old.
Is it that dirty? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was dirty.
Okay, so everything is done now, everything's tidied away. We have like 4 rubbish bags full of stuff that have to go to the, it's called punto limpio in Spanish, so it's like the cleaning point. So you can dump your waste oil and everything there. So that's where we're going to go now. It's like 10 minutes away. So I'll give the van a good time to warm up, and then once we get there we can check what way the engine is. So far so good. There's no lights on, the temperature gauge is sitting properly, so fingers crossed everything's alright. I'm going to stop now in a few minutes and check.
Hit that like button to wish us luck so that there's no oil in the coolant. Oh. Is it hot, is it, yeah?
She's pressurized.
Oh. So. Yes?
No oil yet, so.
We have just rubbed everything at that clean point, and now it's time to clean this van because it's
Been a mess for the last 3 days.
Yeah. I think it's the biggest mess ever.
Ever since we found the oil in the coolant, everything was just
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's a bad thing about this van, the way the engine is at the back and then the bed is on top of it, because you have to take like everything out, so it's impossible to keep the bed tidy.
This van is an absolute disgrace. We are back in the car park and just tidying everything away. Had another look at the engine, all is seeming good, no oil in the coolant, and we drove for about nearly 40 minutes today. No oil in the coolant, oil levels look good, temperature hand is working good, so did manage to spill some oil on our rug. Just like that, the van is back looking good as new, so fingers crossed everything is going smooth with the engine. Tomorrow we hit the road again.